Hello traders, you are welcome to my video on the Elliott Wave Trading Strategy. If you're serious about improving your trading game, then make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss a powerful trading strategy anytime we upload one. All right, this strategy is an absolute game changer when it comes to understanding market movements, predicting price trends, and making well-timed trade entries. So if you've ever wondered how the market moves in predictable wave patterns, or how professional traders anticipate the next big move, then you are in the right place. Grab a notepad because we are about to break down Elliott's Wave Theory step by step. Let us get started now, shall we? First things first, what exactly is the Elliott Wave Trading Strategy? The Elliott Wave Theory was developed by Ralph Nelson Elliott in the 1930s. He discovered the markets don't move randomly, but instead follow a natural pattern of waves based on crowd psychology. So these financial waves appear in all financial markets, whether it's Forex, stocks, crypto, or commodities. The key idea is that price moves in cycles, alternating between impulsive moves in the trend's direction and corrective pullbacks against the trend. Now, let us just break it down into two main components, which are the impulse waves and the corrective waves. Now, an impulse wave consists of 5 waves. All right, it consists of 5 waves that move in the direction of the main trend. The first wave, which is wave 1, during the first wave, the market starts moving in the direction of a new trend. We can see that the previous move was a sell move, right? As you can see, the previous move was a sell move. But right after this sell move, we can see that a new trend started, and you can see it was divided into 5 waves. So wave 2 is a slight pullback that happens, but it doesn't go lower than the start of wave 1. Then during wave 3 is the strongest wave. This is where traders see the biggest move in wave 3. Then wave 4 is just another correction, but it doesn't overlap wave 1. All right, you can see that this is where wave 4 ended. Wave 4 ended somewhere around here, right? And wave 1 started somewhere around here. So usually wave 4 does not overlap wave 1. There is usually a gap between where wave 4 ended and where wave 1 started. Okay, then for wave 5 is the final push in the direction of the trend before a major correction. All right, so once these 5 waves are completed, the market usually enters a correction phase, which brings us to the next part. All right, so talking about corrective waves is the pullback move. After the 5 wave impulse move, the market corrects in 3 waves. The market corrects in 3 waves, A, B, and C. So this is A, B, C, right? The corrective waves usually occurs after the impulse wave. So wave A is the first pullback against the trend. Wave B is a temporary bounce, but it fails to make a new high. As you can see, it did not make a new high. It was even a lower high. You can see that. Then Wave C is the final move that pushes the price lower. You can see that this is where wave A ended, right? Wave A ended somewhere around here, and wave C made a lower low. As you can see, wave C made a lower low. Okay, so usually once once this three wave phase, the corrective wave has completed, if the bullish momentum is strong, if the trend is still strong enough, there's going to be usually a resumption in the direction of the trend. But in this particular case, we can see that, well, the bears eventually prevailed. The bears eventually prevailed, and after a period of, would I call it a period of consolidation, or well, there was kind of a period of consolidation because the price was just narrowing. The wave structure started narrowing down. The wave structure started narrowing down. We can see what was happening here. See, the wave structure was narrowing down here and then here, all moving within this zone, before we now finally had a breakout to the downside. And then after having a breakout to the downside, we still had a consolidation again, and then we had kind of a breakout to the upside, and then we had a narrow move to the downside. And then, in fact, well, the market has just been consolidating since. I'm just going to call all this a consolidation, but it's kind of a wide consolidation. So once this consolidation is over, then we're going to know whether the trend is going to, the initial buy trend, because you can see that this this particular buy trend, this was where it started from. Yeah, this was where it started from. So up till now, as at the current price point, it has not yet declined to the initial, the starting point of this buy trend. You can see that where price is currently, it has not yet declined to the starting point of this buy trend. So let us watch and see where this breakout, this is the weekly time frame, by the way. So we're going to watch and see where this is going to end, where this consolidation is going to end, and whether we're going to have a breakout to the upside or a breakout to the downside. So now that we understand how Elliott waves form, let us talk about how to actually use this strategy in your trading. We have talked about the impulse move that is in a 5-wave structure. We've talked about impulse move in a 5-wave structure, and the corrective move in a 3-wave structure, and we identified structure. So now that we understand how Elliott waves form, let us just talk about how to actually use this strategy in your trading. Okay. The first thing is to identify the impulse and the corrective waves. That's the first step. You have to analyze the market and spot whether it is forming an impulse wave or a corrective wave. You can do this by looking at price swings and determining the dominant trend direction. Then the second step is to use Fibonacci ratios for confirmation. You can actually decide to use Fibonacci ratios because Elliott wave traders often use Fibonacci retracements and extensions to confirm wave structures. All right, so you can decide to add your Fibonacci tool for the purpose of confirmation. All right, then the third step is to enter trades at key reversal points. The best trading opportunities come at the end of wave 2. The best trading opportunities come at the end of wave 2 or wave 4 in an impulse move. Okay, so we can see that this was the end of wave 2 here, right? So we had a good buying opportunity around there, and this was end of wave 4. We had a good buying opportunity. But if it is for the corrective move with A, B, C, we usually have a good trading opportunity at the end of wave C. All right, because you are expecting, you know, a reversal, or what I call it, a continuation pattern, right, in the direction of the initial trend. Okay. Then when using Elliott Wave, it's important to place stop losses below previous wave lows or highs and take your profits at Fibonacci extensions or the next wave completion point. Okay. Elliott Wave actually works across all time frames, but of course it depends on the kind of trader that you are. If you are an intraday trader, you can use 15-minute charts, 1-hour chart, 4-hour chart, depending on how long you want your trades to run. If you are a swing trader, you can use daily charts, weekly charts, you know. But before you start trading with Elliott Waves, just take note of some common mistakes that traders make and how to avoid them. The first mistake is forcing wave counts where they don't exist. Okay, not every market move follows wave structure, so do not try to force it. Then the second mistake is ignoring Fibonacci levels. Elliott waves work best when combined with Fibonacci retracements and extensions for confirmation. And then finally, do not make the mistake of trading without a larger trend analysis, because it's important to always trade in the direction of the bigger trend for higher probability setups. Okay. And that is a wrap. Basically, that is a wrap on the Elliott Wave trading strategy. If you found this breakdown helpful, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe for more in-depth trading strategies, market analysis, and pro level tips. Let me know in the comments, do you use Elliott Wave in your trading? What is your favorite way to spot wave patterns? Let us get the conversation going. All right. In the meantime, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Happy trading.